Hey guys, welcome back to Pro Gun. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the Colt 1911 Government Model Competition Series. Comes in the classic blue Colt case. Firearm is clear. The competition series is basically, Colt's intention was to design a firearm that right out of the box is made for competitive shooting without any modifications whatsoever. They did all the modifications for you, so there's nothing to do. Once you bring this gun home, you take it to a match and just start shooting. This is stainless steel. It's available in blued or stainless. It comes in 38 Super, 9mm, or 45 ACP. This is 45 ACP, and the government model is the full size 5-inch. The finish on this is just absolutely gorgeous. What they did is the sides of the gun are highly polished stainless, and the top, the bottom, and the inside are a matte finish, so it kind of gives it a two-tone look. There's an upswept beavertail here with the rounded skeletonized hammer, and it protects your hand from getting hammer bite when you shoot. It also has the 3-hole skeletonized trigger, and like I said, it's a very crisp trigger pull. It's got a very nice bright red fiber optic front sight, and it's got the adjustable Novak rear sight. The grips are G10 grips, and these are virtually indestructible, and they have the Colt name printed on them. And actually, I really like these blue grips. They're slightly aggressive. If your hands are a little bit wet or slippery, the gun won't slip out of your hands. But at the same time, it's smooth. There's no rough edges on them, so you won't get your skin chewed up. This is probably the most comfortable 1911 I've ever held in my hand. I got to tell you, Colt is the original 1911. Everyone else is just an imitation. Now, you may be asking yourself, is Colt really worth the extra money? Absolutely, especially on this competition series. They give you one stainless steel 8-round magazine. So those are the features on the outside. Now, what they did on the inside, there's also a match grade barrel. It's got the 70s firing system, and they also did is they changed the design of the recoil spring to a dual spring system. So it's basically a smaller spring fits inside a larger spring, and you don't get the recoil that you used to get. I took this thing out in the backyard as soon as I got it, and I fired a few rounds of factory ammo as well as reloads, and this thing is just dead nuts accurate. I just, when you buy a Colt, you have certain expectations of quality and workmanship, and they've met or exceeded that by far. This is probably the best quality firearm I think I've ever handled, ever. I can't say enough about it. This gun is just absolutely perfect. So if you're trying to justify the money on a Colt, it's absolutely worth the money. I had a few cheap ones, and I could have bought a Colt for what I spent on those, so I sold them off and used that money to purchase this one. It's brandy new. I just got it yesterday. It handles really nicely. It's very comfortable, even though it's big. I guess because of the way it's designed, it doesn't feel like a boat anchor like some 1911s do. They also made a slightly shortened trigger guard, which makes the gun fit a little higher up in your hand, which is also really nice for shooting, makes it a little bit more accurate. If I had one criticism, it would only be that, for the money you're spending on a Colt, it comes with one 8-round magazine. It would have been nice to have a spare mag. It's just a pet peeve of mine, but that's not a knock on the gun, and I could live with that because the quality of this gun is so good. And because it's a Colt, it'll also demand a higher resale value if you ever need to sell it. But this thing will last longer than you will. Matter of fact, you can probably wind up passing this gun down many generations. Colt is the original 1911. Like I said, everybody else just tries to imitate it, but no one has the perfection of a 1911 like a Colt. I just have always wanted one, and I just happened to get a great deal on this. I couldn't pass it by, and I'm glad I did. Like I said, I had this thing for all of about 5 minutes, and I fell in love with it, and I'm sure you will too. Thanks for watching. If you're thinking of getting a Colt and you always wanted one, I highly recommend the competition series. You won't be sorry, and you'll enjoy it. Thank you. Please subscribe to our video. Thanks for watching. Till next time.